Hello, mutants. Welcome to Earth's School of the Gifted. I am Charles Xavier, better known as Professor X, and I'm here to bring you some insight. What if the things you have been told that are problems, flaws, or discrepancies are in fact gifts? And what if I told you these gifts were weaponized against you through society, making you run from them so that you can never gain your full spiritual abilities or have spiritual fulfillment in this life? What if I told you that your spiritual sovereignty and you reclaiming all of your power back in this life spiritually comes from your gifts and your talents, same ones that you've been told are problems? What if I told you that OCD, ADHD, dyslexia are all gifts? Let's go a little deeper. How about schizophrenia? In indigenous times, the schizophrenic would have been said was very spiritual, was chosen by spirit. And the wisdom keepers or the sage or the medicine man or woman of the tribe would have taken them under their wing and trained them on how to use that very talent. How about we go a little dark? What about addiction? Bet you didn't know those were gifts as well. Those are gifts that under self-medication have exposed themselves in a light that it's not normally seen in society as something that's good. But when you look at something like that, the person who has some sort of addiction, they don't wake up one day and say that they're going to utilize these tools to tear down their families or to expire themselves out of this life because of it. Normally, these are very sensitive individuals at a soul level, and they've tapped into their spiritual gifts, but they have not been trained properly on how to use it, and therefore they self-medicate to try to assist themselves. And I'm not referring to the ones that have weaponized this thing as a tool against other people. I'm talking about those who self-medicate, truly self-medicate. All of those things that I mentioned are actually skills and gifts from the divine, but they have been weaponized. As a matter of fact, ADHD, they're wired for innovation, and OCD, they have this ability to bring things to a extreme order or sacred order. And someone that would have dyslexia sees things symbolically. If you are into movies and you watch Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, you probably would have seen that there was a scene where he's looking at Greek, which he's never read before, and all these letters look weird and they jumble, and before you know it, he's able to read it. Everything you've ever been told, you have to question, right? Because we know that we've been misled. Everything that you see as a discrepancy within yourself is not a discrepancy. It's not a problem. It's not a flaw. It's a gift. And you've been led astray so that you would run away from your own talent and gift, therefore running away from your complete sovereignty, and therefore running away from your soul fulfillment. You ever notice how you will try different things in life, go to school for different things, try different jobs, and you'll get some sort of gratification for a short period of time. But after that, you'll notice that nothing fulfills you the way that you know you should be fulfilled. It's kind of like drinking different types of drinks, whether it's alcohol or Gatorade or soda or Kool-Aid, but nothing quenches your thirst like water, because that's what you are at your core, right? You're mostly made of water. That's the same thing at a soul level that your gifts are. The only way you'll ever be quenched in life is by getting to those gifts. When you have time, close your eyes and just kind of ponder on the times where you were laughed at or mocked or ridiculed, especially if you can remember all the way back to childhood. These will tell you where your strongest gifts and abilities are. Again, they've been weaponized against you. And society has been trained, first of all, for me, my, and I, which is the self constantly, which is the reason why our world is governed by an extreme number of narcissists. But you don't have that mechanism. You've run away from that, which is the reason why you ended up watching this video. You've powered your way through all of the trash and the swamps to get to this point. You are chosen. You are chosen, and you're gifted. And more than likely, at your core, you have a supreme amount of gifts that you've been mocked for. Find whatever these discrepancies are, and you'll find your spiritual sovereignty. There'll be nothing that can gratify you like this. You've been trained to run away from your gifts because you didn't know that they were gifts. You've been lied to. The awakening has happened. The veil has lifted. And we're reaching out to one another through our gifts. And we need you to operate in yours fully. That thing that you've been running away from, I want you to stop and make a fool about face and run head on to that shit like you're the juggernaut. Your power, your authority, and your strength is rooted in that thing. And it's gonna unleash hell's fury on the things that are not supposed to be on this planet, that are trying to run it into the ground. This is a part of God's creation. You are a part of that very creation. And you are co-creating in this creation. So therefore, you are part owner of this. Take ownership. Run the course. Reclaim your sovereignty. Put your gifts out there as they were given to you. I look forward to seeing what you bring. Power, authority. And so it is. Go with love and light.